just want to see because you're there to serve us. You're there to serve us as a public. You know what is happening in this country. That
Indeed.
we are not happy. Many people are not happy. They are in pain in this country. I know some people are using a aggressive word, which you don't like. But please, just try to give people some time. Let them speak their mind, please. Because we are saying comment. We are making a lot of issues. Conversation.
They read the headline. I see I'm too now. So, but like I said earlier on, Temple is my good friend. Take nothing away from that. Temple is my good friend. Perhaps he had the emotions. The emotions should not get the best of us on radio. Understand what I'm saying? We could have this conversation one-on-one.
We are making a lot of issues coming on conversation like this. It's a water every day. What about we are not doing anything? It's getting too much.
I get you, bro. I get you.
Please, I like to say that view. Please.
So what is your own view today? What is your own view? He's gone. Let's go back right now to the WhatsApp community and see what's happening. And so you are first.
The call by MPE on President Tinubu to release a GA fund for ordinarily Mr. President has breached the Constitution over his inability to release the fund. Now, the big question is, today's democracy, does it give room for obedience to the Constitution of Nigeria, going by the attitude of today's politicians? The answer is no. Take, for example, the Supreme Court has ruled that our local governments should be autonomous financially. And we say Supreme Court is the highest court of the land. They've given their verdict, but what do we see? Till today, you give conditions before you implement the judgment from the Supreme Court. This has shown that the government of the day is one that will best be described as one that doesn't give credence or doesn't obey the Constitution. A lot of constitutional breaches has occurred, but what has happened? We have an assembly that would have checked the activities of the presidency. But what did they do? Nothing. Now everything goes for nothing. So FBA should not bother themselves because nothing will come out of that their call. They too must ensure that they clean their house because some of the judgments that we get are not favorable to the people. So why they should ensure that their lawyers do what is right by mandating the federal government to obey the Constitution of the land.
Ogobolo Kento, thank you very much. Well spoken there. We also have one from Joseph. Fine Mind is also on the bill this morning. Kelechi, I see you. Henry Okere, I also see you this morning. We'll take all of them as they come through.
Good morning, Mr. Marvin. Joseph from Abloma. Marvin, please help me ask APC supporters how many more people should die or will die before they start calling on the National Assembly to impeach Mr. President. Please help me ask them how many more people should die before they impeach this man, Mr. President. Then Marvin, let me react to the technology China is trying to develop. Now, in Nigeria, our own technology is my leader, my structure, my leader, my structure. That's our own technology. Then lastly, let me react to the summit or whatever they went for in Japan. Marvin, you can see these people go with entourage. They go there, and when they come back, nothing, no effect. Marvin, since time immemorial, these presidents have been going, traveling to different countries up and down. What is the evidence? What is the effect? What have we seen in this country? All this travel up and down, up till now, we cannot have a steady power supply. Insecurity. What are they traveling for? Thank you, Mr. Marvin.
Joseph, thank you very much. And there you have it. Moving on right now to Fine Mind.
Good morning, my brother Marvin J. Fine Mind from Port Harcourt. Bandits now control some territory in Katsina State. So unfortunate. You know, when on earth will we hear headlines in this country without hearing of these bandits, terrorizing people and taking innocent lives? And the worst part of this is that the government is not concerned. They are concerned about 2027 when they have not performed. They believe that they are going to rig their way in, just like they did in 2023. But if they were smart, they would have known that Nigerians are smarter now and they are ready for them. Imagine just in few hours, almost 100,000 Nigerians registered for the ongoing voters registration. That shows that Nigerians are ready to resist them. So no problem, they should go ahead and major on trivialities. We are going to show them in 2027 peacefully. Yes, the revolution that we are talking about will happen through the ballots. We are going to vote and we'll start to defend it. Let's see who that person is that will come to come to rig election, come to fight us at the polling. We are ready. We are not going to let them continue to ravage our country with their corruption. The issue in Anambra State, I think those guys don't just need to be sacked, they need to be arrested, to be prosecuted. I saw the video and I felt very bad. I imagine if this was my sister, how would it be? They beat her even when she was crying and shouting, bringing out her, listen to show that she is a core member. They didn't listen. Because most of them are under substance, under the influence of substance. So they need to be arrested, prosecuted, and if they are not sent to prison, I don't think others will learn. Fine mind from Port Harcourt.
Fine mind, thank you very much. Let's go to Kelechi right now. Or before that, let's take another call. Hello, good morning.
Yeah, morning, good morning.
I greet you.
Yeah, my name is Commander Lebaton.
Lebaton, go ahead.
Yeah, calling from Port Harcourt right now. Yes, crying. People are crying that they should release Ocean State ADA fund, right? It's laughable. That money was not just seized now. Something make of that money to be seized. So if that problem is not solved, so the money cannot be released. Released to who now? Release the money to who? Now come back to River State, 2,500 ghost workers. Ghost pensioners. Iba, God bless you. God bless you. If not because of you now, we will not know that is what River State is just wasting money. If to take some government, they no go know. They know. You no go know. I don't know what are they suspending, are they slotting those people. I don't know. But Iba, God will bless you anywhere you do. May the Lord be with you and protect you and your family for detecting this thing out. Look at money that has been wasting for all over the years. Today we have discovered it. Now this money now can go for flyover 1, flyover 2, flyover 3. Marvin, thank you.
Even you laugh. Super 93.3 FM, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Yes. Super Marvin.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, Peter from Oyibo.
Peter, go ahead.
Yes, thank you. So, Osun State release the fund. How do you think the whole Nigeria as a country would queue behind you, Mr. President, for your 2027? How do you think? How do you reason like that? Now, you are fighting yourself. You are from the West. You are fighting yourself. A lot of families are out there crying. Their parents, they worked at the end of the month, nothing. And you are happy because you want to intimidate the governor to move over to APC. It can never happen. It can never. I told you, Nigeria does not end in southwest, south or southeast. No. When you compare the figures, it's very significant. I told you, in 2027, you will fail. You will fail. Nothing. You can't do anything.
Well, that was also said. That was also said in 2023. Well, here we are, brother. Here we are.
Hello, Marvin.
I can hear you.
Yes. For the ghost workers in River State, who told you that those people are ghost workers? Who told you? Those people are they are eligible retirees in the state, and that is what they are doing to tell the world that can you see the problem? Can you see what we are saying? It will never go to anywhere. I am sure President Tinubu is the commander-in-chief of the armed forces. Look at the number of people who are killed all over Nigeria. He is the commander-in-chief. This time around, President Tinubu being the commander-in-chief, he is going to lead the soldiers, the security agents, to all the crime ravaged areas in the country.
Super93.3 FM, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Marvin, good morning.
I greet you. Matthew Kalio, right?
Yes, this is Matthew Kalio.
Go ahead.
Marvin, before I start, sorry, how many minutes did they give everybody to talk?
Matthew, you don't take from your own
minutes.
You're
laughing.
You don't take from your own minutes now. Go ahead.
Talk about corruption. All these things. Marvin, you go give some. See, what is good for the Ghana should also be good for the Goto.
Matthew, you don't take 30 seconds, so go ahead.
Okay, no problem. I don't take 1 hour. Marvin.
Yes, sir.
Tinubu suspend is it Osun State or local government allocation?
Yes, yes.
Huh? Wow, Nigeria. Marvin, the most dreaded head of state or leader in Nigeria was Abacha. As far as I remember, as far as I know, the most dreaded. Even Abacha did not seize allocation of any state or local government. That was the worst military junta in the world, if you ask me. Even at that, people were in a way having their way. Now, Marvin, this government, is it a democratic government or a military junta in disguise?
It is a democratic one.
People will be supporting them.
It is a democratic one.
A reverse man will tell me that Tinubu can continue for the next 50 years. Oh, my God, me. With all the things that's happening, this man has never commented on the killings going across this. I will not mention his name. He knows his name.
Thank you. Thank you for not mentioning him, brother. Go ahead.
I know. I will not mention his name. And people are applauding this government every night, every now and then. This is like in Benue State, Borun, everywhere. Hardship. Marvin, let them conduct this local government election. I will go out and vote. But my problem is we are waiting for Supreme Court and INEC to tell us that the 90 days notification period, no day valid again before any election. And I want to hear that clause. Thank you.
All right, Matthew Galio, thank you very much. Back to the WhatsApp platform where we have Danny Chooks Alozie. Danny Chooks, this is lengthy. Come on now.
Good morning, the very distinguished Marvin. My name is Danny Chooks Alozie. Marvin, my brother, this morning, I just came from D-Line. They said assault on the youth corps member. Soludo sags vigilante men. Marvin, my brother, this is very, very commendable. A highly welcome news. I'm so happy hearing this news this morning. Lately, I just saw that video, and I was like, what was approached these people? What must have transpired that warranted them beating that lady like that? The way those vigilante men were slapping that lady, beating her, that is, Marvin, my brother, I will imagine. I saw the one that slapped her. Because this one went viral. What about many out there that hasn't gone viral, Marvin? Yes, what about many that people didn't capture on video? I witnessed a scene last time. You had this incident along this Ikoku. You had some vigilante men were beating up a very young man, well dressed. I don't even know whether that guy passed their front or they were beating him. Just a very young man. And the way they were kicking him mercilessly. And the guy was just walked away. The excesses of these vigilante men in Nigeria here is getting out of hand. I'm telling you, just because you give them small power, just more gun, they want to just misuse it. I want to call on Governor Soludo not only dismissing them, Marvin. Me and you know that. Those guns they gave them, were they collected from them? That is the most important thing, because I know now very well that the next thing is that they will have a lot of secrets about vigilante and gun work. They will now go back and before you know it now, they will begin to rob people. Yes, the next thing that they will turn to 8-men robbery gang and begin to rob people. At least sacking them is a very welcome development, but at least those guns, very, very important. It should be collected from them, very, very important, because they know how to use that gun. And Marvin, they said that China to produce robots that will be giving me Peking. Marvin, my brother, this is very, very laughing. I said my own Peking to become robot, or me carry my own cement to put inside robot. Marvin, they should not. I don't understand.
No. Let's get the facts correctly. They will just be, like incubators. I just want to believe so, though. But let's move on right now to some messages on the Facebook page. We'll be back to take some messages on the WhatsApp, because I can see the likes of Henry Okere and Kelechi also standing by. But Kwate Magnus says, good morning, Super FM. Says that the continued attack on innocent citizens of Benue State is not a good one. I want to encourage relevant authorities, agencies to sit up and fight to the end. To end insecurity in Benue State. And conclusively, China set to launch robots with artificial womb. A lot of things she said here can be said on radio. Let's move on right now to Monday says good morning. Atiku Obi tickets can comfortably sack Tinubu in 2027. Let's keep emotions and religion politics aside. Moving on to Felix. Felix says, good morning, Marvin. Good morning to you. Says the criminal so-called vigilante men that manhandled the female NYSC member need to be persecuted. I think that is on course already. It was a very good, gory sight. Imagine if that was your sister. Wild bandits are having a field day in the north. Tinubu and his men are busy with 2027 elections. What a show of great shame. Let them come and rig this one. Let us see. It's all right. Back to the WhatsApp platform, and let's see what Henry Okere has to say.
This morning, this PDP saga that is ongoing, it get as it be. Now that Wike openly said that he will support Tinubu 2027 bid, and he is still in PDP. If PDP now, after their convention, agreed to bring out their presidential flag bearer, will Wike support the presidential flag bearer? That is where there is problem in PDP, because I know that Wike will not support that PDP presidential flag bearer, and Wike is claiming as a leader of PDP. How will PDP move on in this hand they are going? Comrade Henry from OE.
Thank you very much. Good morning, Marvin. My name is Sebastian from HA. 2005 ghost workers discovered after verification. These ghost workers have been there since 2015 and sharing the proceeds is part of the political war that Governor Fubara faced. It's good we are all seeing this basis of fighting the structure in the state. Moving on, though, let's take another call right now, or rather, another voice note. Kelechi, you're next.
Marvins, good morning. My name is Kelechi, aka Ojuku. Marvins, is it because Oshun is not APC? Is that why he's treating them like this? Marvins, because Oshun is PDP. Just it must be one party in Nigeria. Must it be one party? This is not good. And this is why they said Okurikiri Kanabuko said Anarielo Randy Pepe Ways, no climbing, no climbing. I see the man aka Ojuku.
Ojuku, thank you very much. What a way to end it. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, my brother, good morning.
I greet you.
Thank you very much, my brother. This is Fred Michael from Nkoro.
Fred Michael, go ahead.
Thank you very much. So I wanted to talk about the issue of INEC telling people to come and collect their voters' card. My brother, Nigerians are not happy for what is going on in this country, especially our local government elections in our best. What is going on is people are not happy. So people cannot go out and collect their voters' card. People have given up for INEC. You can come out and vote, but the vote is not the count. It's very, very bad. If they can make people go to the count, it will encourage Nigerians to come out and leave their shop and close their business to go and collect the voters' card. But the way the country is going, especially our local government election in our various states, the governors in the state, their party will take all the position, which is not supposed to be so. So they are discouraging people. People are not happy. They should make something that will make people to be happy to go out and vote with the happiness. Please and beg the INEC and especially research in each state. Please, it allow people vote to count from each state. Not the governor party to take all the position, which is not good. It's not encouraging Nigeria. Please, I'm begging. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
Super93.3 FM, good morning.
My name is Akanto Boutique. I'm calling from Borough. Good morning.
I greet you.
It's been a while.
Akanto, how you doing now?
Fine, thank you, my friend. How are you doing over there?
I'm also good.
Yes, the fellow went to court to some appointment or something that be done by the administrator. They want the court to give the clearance to it. I think that is a way forward. Like, we need a strong institution, not a strong man. And of course, if a court gives a quality to whatever appointment has been made by IBAD, I think that will stand as a precedent in this country. Because we are talking about tomorrow, We are talking about the future. We are talking about the unborn generation. So that something like this will happen. Because today, today must become yesterday. Today we are talking, will become yesterday. So that you can make at a reference point. Then the continual voter registration. I think ISD is a good one. Let us go out at a civic right to go and pick it wherever or do the registration online. And on the local government pool, I don't know, is it only in Nigeria where a political party that does not have opponent will go around to do campaign and spend money, tear apart, give to visit majesty and highnesses, visit churches, and who are those political party contested with them? It is laughable. Let us just sit down. They have appointed or selected themselves. Let them wait till 30th August, and by the 1st of September or 2nd of September, they will sort them in, and let's move forward. God bless Nigeria, bless us, and bless Marvin J. My name is Akanto from Borogo.
Akanto, thank you very much. And it's where we drop the anchor on the review this morning. We'll take a quick break, and when we come back, the conversation continues. It's the countdown to the return of the governor, as many has dubbed it most recently. We'll have that conversation going on, and also have you join in on the conversation when we come back. Once again, good morning.
The newspaper review on Super 93.3 FM. Have your say.
As the countdown to the local government elections begins, Super 93.3 FM is your number one source for everything that matters.
And all these lies about expired and not expired, was he the one that appointed me?
They wrote a letter to the national. The letter is there, 5th of February, that they are suspended from our own ward.
Politics is too important to be left to politicians. It's all about the fact that we need new blood, fresh blood.
Campaigns, candidates, and promises, and the real issues that affects you at the grassroots.
The right thing should be done, not because of their selfish interest.
Are you still aware that 95% of the market that owns in the state belongs to local government?
We don't expect that we partake in a process or a product of a process we never believed in. And that was why we have to pull out of the election.
We are ready to make sure that we go to our various polling units, cast the vote and defend the vote.
Don't miss the LG Mandate, a special 45 minutes program packaged with facts, voices, and conversations that keeps you informed every Monday and Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Tuesday and Thursday 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. exclusively on your One Family One radio station, Super 93.3 FM Port. The LG Mandate, your right to know.
Missing out on your favorite shows? Now we got you covered.
You can now download the Super FM Global app on your Google Play Store or iOS Store and enjoy the best of programs, news, sports, music, and lots more on Super FM Global app.
Stay up to date with your favorite shows and interact with your favorite OAPs on Super FM Global app. You're just a click away from a whole quality radio experience.
Super FM Global app. Be informed, be inspired, and be influenced.
Spread the news.
Welcome back. 3 minutes gone past 9 o'clock on this beautiful edition of the Super Breakfast Show this morning. And it's about that time we get to some talking issues right now. Here's the reason we like to call it the issue. Now today, we'll take a closer look at the significant developments that has captured the attention of many across River State and of course beyond. The much anticipated return of Governor Similai Fubara. As the countdown begins, as some persons have dubbed it, of the governor, the air has thickened, and of course mixed feelings, hope, anxiety, expectations here and there. For some, his return signals a renewed commitment to the promise of development, transparency, and some other good things as regards governance that marks, his campaign. For others, there are concerns and fears, uncertainty about political stability, implementation of key policies, and what have you. And that is going to be the bane of our discourse this morning. In the studio with me, he's a friend of the house, and of course, no stranger to when things like this are being discussed. None other than the Labour Party candidate at the previous local government, elections. None other. That talking about Obobon Koro, by the way. Tamino Koro Posunju is in the building. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Marvin. Good morning, River States. Good morning, every other person listening in the diaspora, especially. Yeah, good morning.
And I'm looking at the man I like to call the white enigma, putting on black this morning. Pious David, how you doing? I know it's been a busy time for you and your political people, with the campaigns here and there. But it's good to see that you could join us this morning to have this conversation. Good morning.
Good morning, the world famous Marvin J, and good morning to my friend over there in Labour Party.
Good morning, Chief Pius.
Good morning, River State.
Well, I hope we remain friends after this. All right, let's move on right now. And like I said, the atmosphere is charged as it is right now. We understand how it has been. In the next couple of weeks, it will be 6 months down the line. Some persons are also of the opinion that with some things that are playing right now, we might see an increase in the time. Let's not forget, it was an initial 6 months. But some persons are optimistic that, with all that is playing out now, with the local government elections coming up, appointments being made here and there, these are signs, that Governor Simla Efubara will be back in office no sooner than later. Let's start up with Tamino Koro right now. What are your concerns? Are you also optimistic, that Governor Efubara will be in office after the 6 months has expired? Talking about the emergency rule.
Okay. Let me start like a song. All right. Okay. I wouldn't say the temperature for the voltage. Because the heart of man is very wicked and unpredictable, we would say that we are neither here nor there. But if you remember, Marvin, 2-3 weeks ago, when they had announced that they would be having the local government elections on the 30th of August, I called and I said that because they had announced the local government elections scheduled for 30th of August, it meant that the governor was coming back in September. Because they want those in Abuja, I wouldn't want to call names because recently the book of Proverbs has been guiding me. So I will be guided right now. Those in Abuja, they have promised the federal, they have promised Tinubu that they need the local government for themselves and as a way or yardstick to deliver River State, especially River State that has not just the numbers in population, but also the money. So when they had announced this, remember that Tinubu up till now has not allowed the Supreme Court to sit on the matter of the illegality of the suspension of Fubara. That matter was filed in Federal High Court, River State. But for want of frustration, they moved it to Federal High Court, Abuja. Now, while we're at Federal High Court, Abuja, we've not talked about the appeal court. They've not sat. The only time they sat was that they adjourned it to November. Now, these are the rhetorics and the games. If you watch Game of Thrones, you totally understand what is happening. And most times you just sit and smile because it is a chess game, like I would always say. Now, they shifted it from Port Harcourt to Abuja, now adjourned to November. Who are we to question the courts? Now, while that is happening, they've not done the Federal High Court, they've not done appeal, not to talk of the Supreme Court that will give the final determination of the illegality of the sole administrator in River State. Now, that is on one side. Because there have been calls from the international community of the illegal suspension of our dear peaceful, calm and collected governor. I'm talking about Siminala Efubara. He, like I would always say, for the first time in 26 years, we did not have the president talk to us on Democracy Day. And it was clear because this was, like they say, the small thing that spoils the big thing. I don't want to call it for what it is, but it's the small thing that is spoiling the big thing. Then what he now did was quickly converge the National Assembly and spoke to them, which was totally inappropriate. It's like on the 1st of October, we don't have the president talk to us on 1st of October, which is our Independence Day. The same thing applies to Democracy Day. Now, because of the want of this pressure, it is clear that there is peace. There are rather everywhere peace. Last week, The House of Reps committee that are on billions, those guys are smiling, Marvin. Those guys are smiling.
Are we talking about the people who are looking for increment in salaries?
The oversight, those oversight functionaries.
Okay.
Supposedly for the House of Assembly, those guys are on money. So they came, and then they said, there's peace everywhere. They visited a few places, and then they saw the. After all, I took my parents there, and I saw them for the pensioners verification. They came and said everywhere is peaceful, and me and you know what happens on the ground. So with all of these inclinations that everywhere is peaceful, the governor will come back. However, today is Thursday. We heard on Monday him saying he wants to repaint and revamp the the state secretariat. He wants to make sure that the State House of Assembly is complete, and he wants to stay and complete. So while we have clash of interest, Wike had also said that after the 6 months expires and Sim doesn't come back, that he wouldn't take it funny. So there's a clash of interest between no need to dodge names as I conclude. Akpabio, Wike, Tinubu is just like the overseer, and and Sim. The monies in Rivers State, Marvin, for the past 6 months, the billions, we cannot account for it. Even if you want to go to court, who would be the jurisprudence over that?
Tamakoro, hold your thoughts on that. I can see, Pius, getting all unrested already and shaking his head and taking notes while you spoke. But Pius, let's get to feel your pulse on all this also. Seeing that the 6 months is almost over. Are you optimistic, or are you also of the school of thought that this might also not come to fruition, seeing that the president might extend the stay of Ibo Keta Ebas, the sole administrator of Rivers State, given also that the some projects are uncompleted, as it were, and you will not also throw away the comments made by Tamunokoro and some other well-meaning Nigerians that there are some key interested persons who are not even Rivers indigents in this matter.
Okay, thank you so much, Marvin J. Thank you. I will first of all say I'm very optimistic because I know Rivers State has been restored to its normalcy. I don't like speaking with allegations that are unfounded. Anything I say is backed up with facts and figures. So I wouldn't be sounding like one who is speculating. I know for sure that Rivers State, the local government elections will take place on the 30th, and we should have a legal, an authenticated local government chairman and councillors, which is a third tier of government that will be done, which was one of the banes of the Supreme Court. When they said that Rivers State was ruled by a despot. Now, and if you go through and understand the etymological definition of that, you will know that we were not, in fact, Rivers State, there was no governance, according to the Supreme Court, which I believe it's also consistent with my thought. Now, secondly, I am very sure because a visitor of the Rivers Assembly quarters almost like every day, and I know great work has been done there, even though the contractors wanted to be a bit funny, but I know great work has been done there. Okay, but it gives me, this nostalgic and painful feeling, to hear people from Labour Party that insulted this same man, Governor Siminalaye Kubara, a man we brought and said this is our candidate, and they brought Hilda Dokubo, and they insulted this man today. I don't know where these people keep their consciences. Today you are now saying he's a peace-loving, you are now brandishing him with a beautiful, appendage, only to throw your narrative.
Perhaps they spoke from a place of not knowing the man, so close, like you did as a person who worked with him.
Then how will they know that we have known for years in the years? Somebody has worked with this man for years. Come on, let's talk about what we did. You may not like it for all I care. But the truth of the matter is that he has worked with the local government. He has worked with this man when he was the chief of staff. He has worked with this man even as a governor. And you just have worked with him or known him in the periphery for just 1 year.
But Pius,
6 months.
Pius, a lot of persons might also hold on.
That is wrong.
Hold on. Pius, some persons who are listening to you right now, and of course who are followers of your analogies over the years, might also finger you in this particular matter. You have also on this platform talked about, I know, during the time where the rift was between the FCT minister, who is your principal, no gainsay in that particular one. You have also been heard to criticize this same man that you are also calling a messiah at this point in time.
No, I'm not calling him a messiah. No, don't quote me wrong. I love him as my governor because peace has returned. He has reconciled. It's just like the prodigal son in the Bible. When he messed up, he went to the father and said, Father, I am sorry. Did the father throw him away? No, he brought him back. That is what has happened. Now that he has reconciled, I pray those enemies of River State that, major on crisis like this. When my friend was speaking, the Labour Party man was talking and saying, those are the narratives they have tried to push into the minds of people, that Akpabio is responsible. Do they even know whether Akpabio is from a series in Akpabio State? Very far and different. In fact, if Akpabio speaks his language, the man, Ibas, cannot even understand. But just because they call him Calabar man, they think he's one place. It's just like somebody from Akasa in Bayelsa State saying, somebody from Ikwere is determining what is happening in Akasa, a man from Akasa. That's what's happening here. This man is not even from the ethnic-speaking tribe of Cross River State.
All right.
And they now bring narratives that this man is responsible to, and that's why I was also sarcastic. So tell them that, okay, the local government chairman that have come, I think it's Fabio that brought them. So that's a narrative that is, I don't know.
Well, there are some narratives also in that particular. Yeah, there's some narrative in that particular regard. But before I let you go and bring back Tamnokoro, who is also eager to have his bite on this particular cake right now, what are your concerns? Because I believe I have also spoken to some persons on your divide who has talked about, not being too sure of the man Fubara if he returns to office to continue in the guidelines or the agreement they have had, the gentleman's agreement they have had, when they had that bromance in Abuja. Go ahead.
Yeah, my concerns are just this one. Crisis mongers of River State should not go and influence that man again. That is just my concern. Because for the man, I know, since he has said he has embraced peace, of course, peace is sacrosanct, and that is what he will do. But this kind of narratives that are flying from my friends and those other people that have been fanning the embers of crisis in River State, I pray they don't go and infiltrate him. Thank God he has made great moves by blocking some of them from accessing him. And I pray he continues in that step. If he continues in that step, we will not have a problem. But if he now go back to default and start listening to those crisis mongers, that means River State may be plunged into another state of quagmire.
Tamnokoro, react to this, especially, with comments credited to your party in this particular regard. Talk to me.
Chief Pius, you're a very good friend of mine. We'll start with the good before we start attacking. And so I would want us to keep this on a very friendly note. Even if we throw banters, it should or rather always be on the friendly note. And I like how you have responded, regardless. Those who eat on the table do not talk, So this what I just said now is as true as everybody wants to defend the kitchen that they eat from. Everybody wants to defend the house that feeds them. And I would tell you for free that if you were on this other side, you would have perhaps done worse. Just like Marvin had said, at one time you had called somebody something, and then now you're calling him another thing. What was we're using bane now. I've heard bane like 2-3 times now. What was the bane of the issue between Wike and Sim that happened in just 3 months? We have done our analysis. In the Labour Party, we're not in office. So it's not like we're benefiting that, and that's why people give analysis. God has given us brain to think. Gesticulations do not lie. If you see a man, you will know whether he's happy with you or not, regardless of what he says. So when we see these people move and act, we can preempt what is happening, who is responsible. God has given us the brain to decipher. That's why we're not ordinary animals, even if we're higher animals. Ibas and Akpabio, you had said, let me start from this last one you mentioned, that they are not related, they are not this, they are not that, but we know, not really speculations, but we saw the handwriting on the wall. I mean, we believe in the Holy Ghost, but nobody has seen.
Are you alleging right
Wait, now? No, I'm coming. Let me say what MI said in his last song. We believe in the Holy Ghost, but nobody has seen the Holy Ghost. We know that they did not inform or ask for permission from Wike before appointing the supposed Ibas. Follow me. Now Wike came out the last time to say that now that the local government structure is about to be put in place, that he would not allow. Wike is a very, very brave man. I wouldn't say a loud talker. He's a very brave man. I saw his interview the last time. So he said after the local government that he would not allow the sole administrator. I'm rephrasing. Let me not quote wrongly. That he would not allow the state of emergency and that it is time for the governor to come back. I posted something that I had copied from my lawyer yesterday on Facebook. Right after now, I know Marvin has not asked, but a lot of things will change in the system. Some of the appointments that the sole administrator is making right now will change. So back to
you think so?
I know so. This man has my townsman.
Because again, no, hold on. Because a lot of persons have talked about the structure coming back. Yeah. The structure that was at some point, scattered coming back. And you think that when he comes back, he does this thing. Wouldn't you be, falling into the trap like Pius just said right now of going back to the rhetorics of having that chaos in the state again?
I can never turn back. Oh, no. He's not turning back. I can assure you. He's too peaceful. Even at the height of, I can tell you that if some people were governor, they would have carried heap of waste and debt and poured that through Mepricom. I'm not mentioning anybody's house, but they would have poured waste to show that they are in charge. But even in the height of provocation, in the height of the supposed verbal back and forth of kidney, liver, red pen, and all that, he was still peaceful. And he said, like you guys would always play, no price is too much to pay for peace. He is that kind of man. He's very content. I was with him in 2019. I was in his place in 2019 during the elections period. So I'm talking about Sassin. We have that kind of relationship. To continue, he's contented. Monies he had made as accountant general, monies he had made this period as a governor. The man is, if you see his house in the village, very simple house, not as big as that of Rume Precom. And I can assure you that if he comes back and finishes his 4th term, the man doesn't want headache. We saw what he said at the women Apostle Zili Agri's church, that he did not even send those people who went to protest. Totally removed his hand from, because he is not there are people who that's why Wike chose him, because he's a very calm, collected, and permit me to use the word pushable man. So if he comes back, some of the appointments that have been done by the sole administrator, I'm sure they are in cognizance or they are in concomitance with him that allow these people. It's less than 2 years for him to finish his 2027 ambition. I had done an analysis on Arise the last time, 12th of April. I was on Arise, and we said 4 years and remove 6 months. I did the math, and it's 12.5%. Everything in Rivers State now has come to a standstill because of one man. Marvin, I would always say that Rivers State had moved beyond this point. Those people carried flag and did Thanksgiving at Polo Club.
We've passed that, right?
No.
We can't go back there. The Supreme Court has
given. That's why I said I can never turn back. No. Now they now have brought us back, and that is how corrupt our system is. By now, we would have forgotten. Some people would have moved beyond this point. Rivers State would have been, for the first time in how many years, pensioners and civil servants had 13 months salary. They had bonuses. State secretary started functioning. Am I talking about the ring road? The man carried the welfare of the people. It's not about building flyovers. Not like I don't enjoy driving from.
I wanted to ask you if you don't fly the flyovers.
No, I drive. No, I'm coming. So as I summarize, not like I don't enjoy driving from oil mill to my one park in 5 minutes. I do enjoy, but people have not been building house, Marvin, from when. Amechi left office. If you observe, the average civil servant does not build, cannot build a house now because of their welfare. Throughout Wike's tenure, they did not promote anybody.
That one, the fees talked in subsidy.
No promotion was done. They did not promote civil servant. They did not increase their salary.
Jesus. Hold on. I will bring you back. I can see Pius also wanting to react to most
Pius,
of the things
take
he
it
said.
easy. Pius, just take it easy.
But also joining us right now is Barrister Daminabo. Daminabo, thank you very much for unmuting your mic. Good to have you. I know you've listened to these two men speak to us today. Let's get your take on this subject matter. Are you apprehensive? Are you also are you concerned, or you are excited that the solo administration of River State will be coming to an end after the 6 months expiration? Go ahead.
Marvin, let me say hello to my good friend David Pius. It's good to have you online.
Greetings, my brother.
I'm not crowd too. Now, I want to say this. You see, this state has been on a standstill for the past 5 months. Nothing has worked. Hello?
Go ahead.
Nothing has worked. It seems in the eyes of the media, the sole administrator is working. But when you visit the various projects, because the essence of all these things that the presidency said about bringing a sole administrator was because there was supposed violence in the state, tension in the state, so he declared state of emergency. Now, him as an administrator, he's supposed to continue from where Sim, the suspended governor, stopped. The Supreme Court, in Darie's case, has said that in state of emergency, you cannot suspend an elected governor. But here again, in Tinubu's tenure, an elected state governor was suspended. And everybody, because they want to be on the good books of the president, everybody is quiet. There's something I know. I know that what goes around comes around. It might be Governor Sim's term today. All of us, we are young men. We should be in our late 30s, early 40s, early 50s. We have 50, 70 years. We would see this thing repeating. And the same people that were hailing Tinubu and saying, and that time it will be maybe his son. His son is a politician. The same people will come.
Daminabo, your line seems to be breaking right now.
And say, no, you cannot do that. You cannot do that. You cannot do that. So back to our this thing. This governor that was suspended, it has affected a lot of things. Whether the sole administrator likes it or not, Governor Sim will come back. If he like, he should go up and come down. Governor Sim will come back. See, Wike is not a stupid man.
Do you have concerns, though? Do you have concerns that he because some persons have talked about, I wouldn't want to call names also. Some persons have said they don't want this man back because if he comes back, he might go back to, doing what he has been doing before go ahead.
Let me cut you. There's something Tamna Cross said, and I want to associate myself with him. Sim is a very peaceful man. He's a very, me and him will never had any discussion, but from his conduct, from his actions, you will know that even some people that are following even the very FCT minister, if they had given them presidency, this state would have been hot. He's the best person that can work with the FCT minister. People that know him should tell him, should have a rethink about how he's relating with him. All he needs to do, if two friends no fight, the relationship no go sweet. You understand it? All he needs to do is to go and ask himself, he's not a perfect man. Where did I go wrong with my son? Both of them. And ensure that he does not repeat himself. But I am sure that Sim will not go back to the status quo. But let me also let you know, all these persons that are on the side of Governor Sim and this, they were one family before. They will settle. It is you and I, the common man, that will suffer. Look at what we play out in the next 6-7 months. See, let me tell you, The FCT minister knows he needs these people. Everybody has his own area of specialization in their political family that makes them complete. He knows that he will need these persons to help Tinubu win. There's a fight in 2027. Let nobody deceive you. Let nobody deceive, or we should not deceive ourselves and say even the president knows that 2027 is not sure.
All right, Pius, let me bring you back right now. You've heard the other analysts on the program right now. They've been talked also about similar Fubara not contesting in 2027. That was part of the agreement. Now, like I said, it's in talks. It's not confirmed because both parties have not said anything in that regard. But looking at every indices on ground, the fact that the local government chairmen who were supposedly removed by him when he was in power are back. The structure that some persons have talked about being destroyed is back on ground, or would be back on ground after the 30th of August, tentatively right now. Do you also see that happening, that the grasp of River State has been removed from the man Fubara when he even returns to office? Because some persons are saying that he will just be a figurehead when he returns to office.
Well, Marvin J., thank you for this question. May I also make it clear that from my own perspective, Fubara was misled by some disgruntled elements in the system. Okay? I have practiced politics in Rivers State since 2003. That's about well over 20-something years. And I can tell you that with or without this set of people, even in Falga, where I play my active politics, the ones that are left are not a factor to determine what will happen on election day.
Okay.
I say this with all level of practicality, not assumption. I don't assume. I am in the system, so I can tell you what is happening. Without those ones that are left in Falga, I can mention the names of the people that are left in Falga. I respect most of them. Gentlemen that I respect. But I can tell you very well that with or without these people, River State will still move forward. Now, the crux of your question, Fubara, if he comes back, the Wike, I know, people always think he's a bad person. I tell people sometimes sarcastically, Wike is very close to God. Some of you don't know. Wike is very like David in the Bible, the man after God's heart. If not, he would have died and gone. God has been killing him. Because he loves
Jesus. David in the Bible.
Can we allow David?
Jesus.
Yes.
Can we allow David to speak? Go ahead.
It's like David in the Bible.
No,
wow. Sure he is. So what I'm trying to say is that Wike will come back.
Pius, I think to help your audio. Hold on. To help your audio, you'd have to remove
Nigeria, River State well. He will. The minister who is the leader of politics in River State might give opportunity also on
Pius, hold on. Okay? Hold on. I think your audio is bad, and you would need to probably switch off your video so that we can get quality audio. If you can just do that right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's better now. Now go ahead and finish your point.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, it's better. Go ahead.
Okay, what I said was that Wike, if Sim comes back as he has come back to his family, and do not allow these buccaneers to infiltrate into him again, and moves very well. I know the Wike, like I said, Wike is a very patient and loving man, and is a very I don't know if some of you have access to understand this man very well and not the narrative they push out. If Sim comes back and do very well, embrace the family that brought him and do not bite the family that brought him. There's every tendency, because like my brother Daminabo said, Wike has worked with this man more than every other of them there. And he knows Sim very, very well. That is why he gave him that position. And I'm very sure if he comes back and do very well, Sim may have to complete his tenure and even vie for another second tenure. if he behaves well. But if he becomes recalcitrant, sorry for that word, and now allows the
behaving well. You're talking about right now is dancing to the tune of the FCT minister. Are you saying? Hold on. Are you saying giving the people the good dividends of democracy? What is behaving well in your definition?
Of course, Wike's mantra for those people that will not want to throw away the bathing water and the baby knows that Wike is for project delivery for the populace. Look at what is happening in Abuja today.
So he wasn't doing that. Are we saying that Sim wasn't doing that while he was governor?
No, the moment he came into office, 2 months he was doing well. After that 2 months, it became crisis reading. And when there is crisis, there cannot be development. The people that we say they are gaining or are gaining something are those people that are eating out of the crisis. Not the people that suffered for him. Even my brother, the Labour Party, and my friend, how many of them went to the 23 local government campaigning for this man like I did?
It's all right.
You see, it was the crisis mongers that were gaining. Yeah.
Hold your thoughts. All right, let's get the callers because we've been having a lot of persons even drop messages and what have you. The phone lines have been buzzing. Frank is with us right now. Frank, because of the length of the conversation and the people we have, let's give everyone 1.5 minutes. Go ahead, Frank. Go ahead.
No problems, brother. Good morning, Mr. Frank. Yeah. There is one of your analysts there that is saying what I really been having in mind. Because the question I've been asking from day one is, what is that sin? The sin that Sim committed under 90 days. And nobody has been able to answer me this question. Today, somebody have said, Nyesom is David. Small time, somebody will say, Nyesom is Abraham. Small time, sometimes somebody will say, Nyesom is Angel Gabriel. What is that sin? I want to know that sin committed. Nobody. And people are sitting down, putting cream on their head, on their body. Like a man said there, God will bless him, or God has blessed him. Today, na Governor Simo, I've been saying this thing. Today, na Governor Sim. Tomorrow, it might be someone else. Now we are clapping, and I've said this thing before. When we were in Lagos, when Abacha arrested Obasanjo then during that coup, I asked my dad. I said, Obasanjo said his hand was not there. They only came to him and they said, sir, this is what we want to carry on. And he said he's not interested, that he should leave his house. Then why Abacha still want to kill him? My late father said, then he was director of SSS. He said, don't mind him. When he was an head of state, he was the one that brought the degree that they are using today. That if anybody here coup, even if you partake or you don't partake, and you even hear it, the whisper you are here, and you don't say it to government, when he leaks, you'll be killed. That you'll be killed. That was
so what goes around comes around, right?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Super 93.3 FM, good morning to you. Welcome to the show.
Marvin J, good morning.
How are you doing now?
So much love your discussion with your people this morning.
All right, thank you very much. Go ahead. Let's get yours.
Marvin J, what is happening in River State about our governor? Not happy with it because this governor is not. Once he's come back, he's not longer do. He cannot serve as a governor. I don't know why our president appointing all the whole, both the local government. What this man is coming back to do? I don't understand. Please, this man should, in fact, let him resign, in fact.
All right, Super 93.3 FM, good morning to you.
Yeah, good morning, Marvin.
I greet you.
This is Honorable Chris.
Chris, go ahead. 1 minute, 30 seconds.
You now believe that when we say that we came to his tenure agenda, people will bring us to conflict. You see somebody saying that his team refused to do what we can want.
No, he didn't say that. He said behave. That's the word he used.
A grown-up man, just like me now, my senior brother will ask me, you have to behave the way I want. How?
He didn't say behave the way he wants. Say behave well. Let's not misquote him.
Well, how now? When Wike was governor of Rivers State, did anybody tell him how to run? So Fubara is Wike now that will tell Fubara the day to go out and the day not to go out. What are we talking about on national radio? That Wike is Fubara is Wike's governor. He brought him how? That very day, do we go out to vote? Okay, Fubara, when you return back, I will teach you come and be loyal to me. Yes, if it's now, you must be loyal to Wike camp.
Super 93.3 FM. Good morning to you.
Mr. Marvin J.
Oh, okay, Sam.
You see, I don't want to do a lot today because I'm not happy with you.
Mr. Sam, is that why you're calling? Is that why you're calling the female line?
I want to contribute to the program, but let me be brief to make my this whatever.
All right, go ahead.
You see, you don't want me to talk, and you allowed us to talk so much. You don't want my voice note to play, and you say that you don't need name calling. When I don't call names, you still cut my voice note yesterday. But that is value anyway. I'm not happy. Two, you see. Mr. Marvin J.
Yes, sir.
Politicians, when they come and begin to cry, when you look intent, they are celebrating. For Wike to say the 6 months, if he comes and sees he's not allowed to come back to office, he will wonder about it. That is not the right thing, in his heart. He's not crying, Two, and when you see politicians talking sweet talk, just know that they are out there to deceive you. And also, looking at the dynamic governor, Sim Fubara, we know he did not do anything that warrant what has happened based on this illegality that is going on. Lastly, my good friend Kuro, I like him so much. But never him call a biased man his good friend, because I tell you, calling a biased man your good friend, when he play bias against you, that you may cry.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. No,
all right, let's take some voice notes right now. Let's see who this is.
Down 500 ghost pensioner.
All right, this is not for us right now. That will move past that. This is Henry Okere.
Marvin, for Fubara returning to a bricks house, yes, Fubara will return to the bricks house, but he's not coming there to do anything again. Now they have done all the appointment, all the people that are working against him, they have put them in different positions that Fubara cannot even control them. Look at the local government chairmen and councillors. Are those people that are against Fubara? How can you work with your enemy when you are in the middle of your enemy? Can you do anything? Fubara is not coming there to do anything. He's just coming as a ceremonial governor. Thank you, Comrade Ibrahim from Wales.
Henry, thank you very much. And Chisom from Omagwa, I see your message and I'm going to read it right now. It says, the guy defending Wike talking from both sides of their mouth. Pius, I think they're taking a swipe at you right now. And he says, and he goes on to say that they are the real crisis mongers. For them, Sim behaving well means worshipping Wike. Now I ask, what is the agreement between them that the masses don't know about? All right, thank you very much. All right, Hector, let's take yours before we go back to my guest.
Good morning, the panel and Rivers people. This is Hector. I think come September the 18th, the emergency rule will be lifted by the president. The emergency rule has lived its purpose, as it has achieved its purpose. And I don't think there will be need for extension whatsoever. Even the FCT minister has also acknowledged this in one of his media chats, that there won't be need for any extension of the state of emergency because the purpose of the emergency has been achieved. So there is stability in the state. There is orderliness in the state. The both camps has agreed to work together. And so there won't be any need to extend the emergency rule. But however, if there will be any need, then I think it will be extended. But for now, the purpose for the emergency has been achieved. Thank you from Hector.
Hector, thank you very much. Good morning. This is coming from Sebastian Okebu from Okehin He says some of the mature citizens should know that they are talking on national radio. They only want Sim to return as a permanent secretary in the government house. Wow. Anyways, let's move on right now to take more reactions from my guests. I'm going to call back to you right now. And even as we start to wrap things up, you heard Pius before we went. I know you were eager to go all up jugular with him right now. We'll have your reactions based on what he said. And of course, also based on what I talked about, him vying for a second tenure. And a lot of persons are saying that is in the garbage bin already.
Okay. I think my tempo is already low.
It was strategic.
My tempo is low, but I'll bring my tempo back. For God so loved the world that he gave us Sim Nala Ifubara. I wanted to say something else, but this one just entered.
Why are all of you quoting the scriptures today? Pius started by saying,
no. I wanted to take a swipe at Pius, but of all characters in the Bible, Pius chose David.
It is his namesake now.
Yeah, David, that's my namesake, so I know him very well.
God is so good. God, I give glory to God. A man who did not pay pensioners, or rather promote civil servants, or what are we saying? But however, I'm very sure I'm not taking a swipe at Pius. Pius is still my good friend, regardless of what anybody calls to say. I mean, it is for the collective good of River State. We're not throwing banters, we're not fighting. It's just for River State's good. Yeah. So Wike could be anything to anybody, but the other people who were, every week they were bringing out songs. They had called somebody Nebuchadnezzar, and it went well. But let us continue. I did not mention names, so I would not rather use the word allegedly. Now, Wike's mantra. While Pius was talking, I was taking notes. What really was Wike's mantra in this state? I mean, we were all alive to see. We were all seeing that even the My One market that was built, till today, nobody has entered that place. The mother and child that was started by Amechi and completed, or rather painted by Wike, till today, they said no facility is there. And it would have complemented what we have at Obio. That Transamadi part of Obio Cottage Hospital, where my wife 8 years ago gave birth to my child. So there are a lot of things that we could have done, rather that Wike could have done, that would have etched his name in the sands of time. Now, because we're rounding up, there's a full main reason why impeachment against him could not have happened, and it is clear. The State Attorney General Simon Amadi was not on their side. This is not speculation. So regardless of what the House of Assembly was coming up with, it wouldn't have flown, or rather it wouldn't have even been presented to the table of the Simon Amadi, regardless of how much they were offering to buy him. So the case of impeachment, now as regards there's peace in the state, was there no peace in River State because people were protesting? Did they vandalize public property? Was there killing? Are we going to measure it to other states where we have, ravaging of villages? We are seeing corpses burnt like charcoal, and those places till today do not have state of emergencies. So the interest of this select few, River State, my in-law, the guy that married our first daughter, my eldest daughter, works in the rig, and he tells me every time that there is so much money in River State. He says it emphatically. That's why these people who are there since 1999 do not want to leave office. Now, if an SS3 student doesn't leave, how would the JS1 come in? Look at other climes, look at other countries. These people progress, or rather, should I say transgress, for other people to come in, and they now sit and watch while they go to old people's home and die. But these ones in Africa want to sit in power till thy kingdom come and tell you they put orders, and those people must do their bidding. Till today, whoever wants to become, it is so wrong that whoever wants to become the president of Nigeria must go to see Babangida. And that is how, so we now ask what really is happening. Can someone selected by the people, their votes, whatever, I'm talking about INEC now. I'm really pained, and I always talk emotionally when I talk about the political structure of River. I'm a politician. I choose not to be an activist. I choose to be a politician, because what activists do, they protest, and that is all. But politicians can, by the grace of God, find a way into the system and change the system. Not really for us, because we are winding up. I'm almost 40. So at what time are we going to enter offices that these men who are close to 70 are still asking to be councillors, are still asking to be local government chairmen? and still asking to be House of Assembly members. When are we, the young people whose minds are bright, who are vibrant, who are zestful, who are energetic? Marvin is telling me to stop talking, and now I have stopped.
All right, Pius, let's get your take right now, and let's also get to find out from you what should be the focus of citizens and stakeholders to ensure an inclusive and peaceful political atmosphere moving forward when SIM returns to office.
Okay, thank you so much. I wouldn't delve into what my beloved friend said. If not, I would have told him that my one is not wicked at court. They are still in court, and when the court speaks, the people will resume activities there. That's among other things he said. But let me dwell on your question. Stakeholders in Rivers State to join ranks together. The likes of Rufus Ada George, our former governor, the likes of Ankil Greek, the likes of Fedi Anabrabra, all of them, Osijo Kocha, these are the elders. You see, when people do not understand the responsibility of elders, that's why we most times tell them to shift, and let's take over. I'm in my early 40s, and I can tell you very well that there are things that, even as a family chairman in my community, I still learn from my elders, because what they see while sitting, you may not see it when you climb the longest Iroko tree. Okay? So there are still things, advisory roles these people have to play on our behalf. And I thank God for this forthcoming election that we're having. Some young people are coming, councillors, very young minds, their 30s, their 20s, they are coming up, and that's the way to build. But the stakeholders who join hands together, this River State is all we have. Let us not scatter it. Let us not use one man, saying one man. When the one man is a collective, there is nobody that has given so much appointment or influence so much appointment like this one man that we are all castigating. Go to Nozra, he has given. Go to South Development Commission. Go to boards and agencies, federal appointments. This one man that we do not like has made sure that River sun are shining bright. God bless you, Barrister Nyesom. And all of us, the former governors, GTD Toby, everybody should put hands together and embrace peace and love and keep this River State afloat, because this is actually the treasure base of Nigeria. Let the Buccaneers and the crisis monger do not put their hands again into our beloved Sim Joseph Ubara. Let him rule and complete his term in office. If he wishes to go back again, he will go back.
All right, Pius.
Okay?
Pius, hold your thought. Pius, hold your thought. We have a call on line 1, and good to see that a female has joined in on the conversation. Hello, good morning.
Hi, Marvin Gaye, good morning.
Yeah, Muriel, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you. I greet your guest in the studio.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, firstly, let me start by saying the presidency totally deceived all of us Rivers people. And they made us believe, and this is how our leaders have been, deceit and lies. And they all no want any apology. They just made us believe that they just come in, just to relax and then just maintain the status quo until everything calms down. And but not knowing, they removed all these appointees, removed everybody, now began to install their own. We should begin to ask, what if at the expiration of that 6 months, and they decide to extend it, what do we do? And they are making us ask the wrong questions. What is, when Fubara comes, how will Fubara be? It's about Fubara. It is about the way Rivers people, what do we do now? When Fubara comes down, if Fubara decides, okay, he has been fighting this alone and he cannot fight these people by himself. Okay, let him just roll in the ball and play by the rules. After all, there is nothing Fubara will lose. If he decides to say, let him give them their share, take his share and go. It is we Rivers people. What about when Fubara comes back to office? How will it be? What will he do? What will Rivers people? What is our fate? That's what we should be asking. What has Fubara decided to do when he comes back? Has he decided to just play by the ball? After all, it's a big fight. He cannot win. So what's the point? Everything Fubara did was for us. And we we are just there thinking when he comes, he doesn't resign. He just do this. Somebody can come in and play by the rule, and he will not lose anything. He will not, in fact, he will to gain. It will be to his own gain personally. But this is for us. It's going through what is going through for us, Rivers people. And we are just putting Fubara. What will Fubara do? When Fubara comes back,
right.
What if he doesn't come back? What if they decide to extend it? Because these people can do whatever they like.
All right, thank you, Miro. There's a lot we can take from you right now. Daminabo, you are last on the bill right now. Let's get your thoughts as we start to wrap things up right here, especially from a citizen and, of course, from a legal practitioner's point of view. In the next 2 minutes, go ahead.
I want to correct Tamnokro. It is Justice Simeon Amadi, is the Chief Judge of Rivers State. I believe that we should be calling people, we should give honor. Justice Simeon Amadi is a reputable judge who has been on the bench for decades. And we should, as young persons, we should learn to give honor to whom honor is due. Having said that, I want to say this. Rivers people should remember one thing. In these past 2 years that Governor Sim has been governor and still will be governor, he has helped the downtrodden. There are a lot of persons in the last 8 years who would not have been employed in the Rivers State Civil Service. They've been employed. Sim made it seem that if you're competent, you can get that job. Rivers people should know that they should not be ungrateful to this man. The man that has made it possible for the common man to have opportunities. He has made it possible for our aged parents to enjoy pension and gratuity seamlessly, breaking bottlenecks. The Rivers people should know that when you do not like good thing and you say good thing I do not like you, it will not come back to you. I want to say this, that it is time for Rivers people to unite and say no extension for the sole administrator. It is time for the people to say enough is enough. When I say this, I'm not saying you should protest, no. I'm saying that we should unite, we should be united and use every legal means to ensure that this man's tenure is not extended. And I want to tell you as a lawyer that his tenure will not be extended. If he likes, he should go and meet the presidency and come back. It will not be extended. I think the two parties, they have learned their lessons. And they know that Rivers State should be competing with states like Lagos State. The blue economy, nothing is happening. A lot of things, we are backwards. 6 months, 5 months is enough. We have wasted so much resources. Our resources have been splitted as shares of spoils of war. They have shared it among themselves. They are enjoying themselves while the common people are suffering. Like I said earlier, nothing lasts forever. When I was growing up, there were people I used to hear in my village. Oh, they used to call their name. One of the last person just died like 2 weeks ago. As back then, in the late early 2000s,
you have to wrap up now in the next 20 minutes.
Yes, we did not hear their name. I want to wrap up with this. The FCT minister should know that he will not reign forever. What legacy will he be leaving for the Rivers people? So what I'm saying is, the citizens should expect that the governor will come back.
All right.
He will come back by the 18th of September. There will be peace and development in Rivers State.
Lawyers can talk.
All right, I just have to cut him there. Well, you said that what legacies would he be leaving behind? I'm not sure that question is for Pius, because Pius could take a whole day and tell you the legacies he will be leaving behind. But I will be leaving right now, and we're asking each and every one of you one question, and in one sentence, give me your answer. Tamunokoro, the sole administrator of Rivers State, in 5 months, going to 6 months, how has he performed?
Negative progress.
All right. Pius David, sole administrator. I know he's kind of...
Excellently well.
I didn't expect anything different. Thank you very much.
He has sustained the peace.
They just said one statement.
You said you don't talk put. All right. Let's get your take also, Daminabo. The sole administrator, 5 months going to 6 months. What's his performance rate like?
He seems to be confused and he does not know what he's doing.
Ladies and gentlemen, on that note, we'll come to the end of the show today. It's been great. Let's do this again, same time. Tomorrow will be the Comedy Lab Assembly, hoping that the guys will join us on that particular note. It's been great. But you know what, guys? These three guys will be on the community and the conversation will continue there. Join us right there. My name is Marvin J. Have yourself a great day. Up next is Reverend Ray with Word Alive.
As the countdown to the local government elections begins, Super 93.3 FM is your number one source for everything that matters.
And all these lies about expired and not expired, was he the one that appointed me?
They wrote a letter to the national. The letter is there, 5th of February, that they have suspended from our own word.
Politics is too important to be left to politicians. It's all about the fact that we need new blood, fresh blood.
Campaigns, candidates, and promises, and the real issues that affects you at the grassroots.
The right thing should be done, not because of their selfish interest.
Are you still aware that 95% of the market that owns in state belongs to local government?
We don't expect that we partake in a process or a product of a process we never believed in. And that was why we have to pull out of the election.
We are ready to make sure that we go to our various polling units, cast the vote and defend the vote.
Don't miss the LG Mandate, a special 45 minutes program packaged with facts, voices, and conversations that keeps you informed every Monday and Wednesday at 9:15 a.m. to 10 a.m. and every Tuesday and Thursday 1 p.m. to 1:45 p.m. exclusively on your One Family One radio station, Super 93.3 FM Port. The LG Mandate, your right to know.
Are we on the air?
Yes, you are.
Super FM, the city's number one station for family, information, influence, inspiration, and good music. We are one super family like that. Super FM. In the holy book of Super, chapter 93, verse 3, the family that listens to Super FM, they stay together. And so shall it be. Super FM. Super FM.
Welcome to Word Alive with Reverend Ray Okocha. In today's episode, Reverend Ray brings truth, God's word to you that will change your life forever. Please stay tuned.